Comment ça va? That means how you doing? And you could answer back, mais bien bon, which means you good. Me, I'm Tinu, and today we're gonna improvise. You know when you look up in the clouds and you can see a face? Or an animal, or an insect, or a fish, or a goat? Well, I sometimes see the same thing, but in clay. This is the mystery that I want to explore. So the challenge today is to quickly sculpt 10 heads while listening to the spirit of the clay. Then out of the 10 heads, I'm gonna pick one and create a full sculpture out of it. The odds of it being pretty crappy are high. But let's ride the lightning and find out.
Time to improvise.
Oh, it's hard. Not just for babies anymore. Come on. Roll it. Chop. Chop. Let's bake them. There we go. Alright, we gotta make some cuts to the team. These lowlifes here, they just couldn't make the grade. They cracked under pressure. So, sayonara. 3 heads are still in the running. Number 1, number 2, and this horse-like thing. I'm gonna refine these more before making my final decision. I like to put baby oil on the surface so that the new clay sticks to it. Gotta drill some mounting holes in these. Eyes. Eyes. Some lips. He needs something on his head. This is an unattractive version of Bjork. And it makes a pretty sad Princess Leia too. No honey buns. How about a mohawk? And a nose. Oh Lord. You can tell he's been in a few barroom brawls. Goatee. Make it hairy. Okay, that's enough refinement. Time to make the tough decisions. Is it gonna be this guy? Or what about this robot creature here? I tell you what, I'm gonna go with this guy because he looks like he could be friends with Mad Max. Mad Max. Sorry, losers. Now some of you may have heard the rumors that my wife paints. Well, I'm here to tell you that this is 100% true. This is a new one called Flamenco Tornado. Oh, I like that. She's got a fan of cards and I guess she decided to get creative with her makeup this morning. She is literally dancing up a storm and I'm pretty sure these cows do not appreciate it. So that's Flamenco Tornado. My name's Tinu and I approve of this painting. Now, let's make an aluminum foil armature for his body. Fold it up real nice. This is the arm cut. Arm cut too. This is for his legs. Now smash it. Don't be shy. Keep going. And if you did everything right, you end up with something like this. Oh Lordy. Use some tools if you need to. I got long arms. Snip, snip. This is looking better, but his torso is still too long. Major surgery. I'm using a sharp file to make a hole for some wire. Instant glue. Cool. Well, something's happening. Now, I'm still listening to that little voice in my head. I think to myself, what's his deal? See, he could be waving at his neighbor or throwing a bomb at his neighbor. Maybe he's playing a guitar. Or maybe he's a scientist. But I cannot see this guy riding a Grant. Somebody's ready for the oven. Now, I made some simple foil feet with a magnet in it. If you want more in-depth feet training, click on the link above and you'll get more info than you ever wanted to know. Did I ever tell y'all I love Apoxie sculpt? Now I'm gonna lay a bunch of 10 little pieces over it to give it strength. See, I still have time to be able to position them, make adjustments. I mixed up a little too much epoxy, and this guy was sitting there and he said, hey, how about some horns? Okay. He's like some sort of cow. Secret ingredient. This stuff helps the Sculpey to grab onto the surface. This is a Super Sculpey 3. It's real soft. Good for these kind of things. He's starting to give off a science vibe. I gave him some earmuffs, 'cause he studies bombs. I like to blow things up. Okay, this is where it gets weird. After I baked them, I had a little accident. I knocked his freaking head off. I was a little bit out of sorts, which is a really nice way of saying I was pretty pissed off. Then I said to myself, Tinu, you're supposed to be listening. What, did the improv go flying out the window? Maybe you got the wrong head. Did you ever think of that? No. Nope. Now this is ridiculous. Oh, he's been drinking. No. Never. Hello. We following the signs now. I'm going with this guy. Mad cow. Take out the trash. I'm gonna turn him into a cowboy. Watch. He needs a thing for his bullets. Now sometimes this happens when you're trying to improvise. I gotta break his arm and get it in a different position. Oh, come on now. Okay, it's 7:42 p.m. and we're gonna officially call this a Craftastrophe.
Craftastrophe.
Now, the reason that I want his arm like this is because he's gonna be both rootin' and tootin' as cowboys do. Now we patch it back up. Shoulder pad. He needs to hold a lot of bullets. It's a rough town. Fasteners. The extra strength. Tinu, remind me again of what we're trying to accomplish here.
We're crafting, Dad. Crafting. It's kind of my thing.
Can't we just slap some googly eyes on a popsicle stick and call it a day?
We supposed to be having fun.
You know what I think would be fun?
Does it involve fried food?
Next question, please.
Okay, how about this one then? I saw a book on your bedside table called 21 Ways to Help Your Troubled Child.
Yeah, it should have been called 21 Ways to Waste Your Money. And I tried all 24 steps.
24?
Yeah, there was 3 bonus ones in the back. Useless. Actually, number 24 was do something fun with your troubled child. And with that, I have met the minimum daily requirements outlined by the book, so I consider my parenting duties over. Mic drop. All cowboys need a kerchief. Everybody knows that. This is gonna be a little bandage. He was roughhousing and hurt his arm. We are fast approaching cowboy status. We need a little wire to support the hands. Apoxie sculpt. He kinda looks like a bull, so he has to have a whip. A bullwhip. This is gonna be the stock for his gun. Stock. I had to bust out the braided wire for his whip. Give it some nice bends. Now the tip needs to have like a little piece here. That's called the snapper. This is the little cylinder for his gun. Fur. You gotta think fur. That helps. Now I'm gonna carefully carve some little grooves into the gun cylinder using my mini file. Look at that. I'm gonna tighten up his boots. Okay, now we're real relaxed. Gonna add some details to these boots. Sometimes I like to scratch up the surface to give it a real pretty texture. And you can barely read this thing. Battle scars. Watch this. Safety. Putting a base coat of raw umber because this will enhance the cracks and crevices. It feels like a shadow. He looks like he's on a big Hollywood set. It's time to get our dry brush on. Now we add some color. Ammo. This is just water. Plain water. I'm doing this because it's gonna bring out the details of the fur even more. Wipe away all the excess paint, and now the highest parts become the highlights. Now the braided wire that I use for the trigger guard, it just doesn't have the right effect. I gotta fix that. This is what I'm using. It's thick. Real thick. I had way too much coffee. Well, there you go. He's all finished up and ready to rule a small border town with an iron fist. I'm always a little amazed at the mysterious and wonderful force we call creativity. And every day, I try to align myself to it in one way or another. I hope that those of you out there watching will just take a chance and try to go into a project with zero expectations. And just look and listen for that little push, that inspiration that's gently guiding you towards something interesting. I would love to hear your stories about this and see the works that you create from it. When you get up, get ready to get busy and get your craft on. Man, if that dude with the whip comes around again, there is gonna be some trouble. 'Cause I am not in the mood